Thank you all for joining us today. We have with us today Chip Turner, who is our Vice President of Operations, and he's going to be talking to us a little bit about managed print services. So Chip, when we're talking about managed print services, can you explain to us what does that mean?
Well, managed print service is where we take the burden away from the customer and allow them to do what they need to do in their business, and we maintain their printer fleet.
Fantastic. All right, that's great. So when you're talking about managed print services, what are a few of the benefits that a customer would get from using that?
Well, they can have a reduced staff burden. We can incorporate cost controls and also supply automated fulfillment.
Fantastic. That's good. So how do managed print services benefit an IT staff?
Well, with the IT staff, often when we go into an account, we see that many of them are understaffed right now in this economy and the way things are working. That
Right.
is, they are understaffed. They don't have enough people to do the jobs that they have for them. So what we can do is we can come in and we can take that workload off of them and transfer it to our experts and allow them to do what they do best, and that's work on the customer's IT infrastructure.
Fantastic. Great. And then in terms of the accounting staff, what are the benefits there?
Well, in the accounting departments, what they can struggle with without having managed print services is people ordering supplies from the website or whatever, and they end up getting those supplies fulfilled, and they have to audit credit cards or they have to audit invoices that they get. They also have customers calling in for service calls, and then they get individual invoices for that. So then they have to go through and verify the accuracy of those invoices and then sign off on them and then eventually pay them. So it kind of gives it all one bill as opposed to all those little bills that they have to have throughout the course of a month or a quarter.
Okay. So it basically simplifies their billing so that instead of having a whole bunch of different invoices that they need to worry about, they only have the one and everything's listed there for them.
Exactly.
Fantastic. So Chip, you mentioned cost control. How does managed print services help control costs for the customer?
It can do that in a few ways. One, we have an extensive database of what the printer costs are for each individual printer. We can take that information and apply it to the customer's application and build a perfect fit for them for that. We can also incorporate things like job control. So if we know one machine is cheaper to run a particular job on, we can route that job to that particular printer.
Okay.
Another thing we can do is interact user controls. These user controls can limit who can do what with the machine. For instance, they may want to restrict color from certain people and allow their marketing department to use the color. So we can also put those controls in place to make sure that they don't spend more than they have to.
Okay, excellent. That's great. And then the last thing that you talked about was automated supply fulfillment. So talk to us about that.
Yes, we use an application to monitor the toner levels of each machine. And when a toner level reaches a certain point, we automatically ship it out. What this prevents us from doing is having a customer install the toner and then not telling somebody to go and order it, and then next thing you know, they run out. So by monitoring that, we're allowed to ship the toner there using the location field and the ID number that particular toner goes into. So we can deliver the toner and make sure it's assigned to the right machine.
Fantastic. So you don't have to worry about using the last one or going to get a refill and it's not there because someone forgot to reorder it. It's automatically sent as needed.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Well, that sounds great to me. Okay, well, thank you so much, Chip, for being with us today. I appreciate all this information that you've given us and our customers and potential customers about managed print services. If you'd like to learn more about managed print services, feel free to give us a call or drop us a line, and we'll be more than happy to answer those questions for you. As always, thank you for joining us on RITE Around the Table. We'll see you next time.